Damn phone. YouTube shit. Wait for some people to get on. What the hell? What do you want? What do you want? Huh? Tired, a little grumpy, annoyed. Nobody's listening to me. Got my old thing from the store over here, so got a stand that holds. Howie, get your booty out of here! Oh, don't start doing that shit. Bipolar. Good morning. It's a real late one. Hard time getting up. I'm not sleeping. This cold weather at night. Good sleeping weather. Right, Howie? Right, Howie? My buddy. Best friend in the whole wide world. Needs to get warm enough tomorrow. Good morning, Dale. Everyone, there's like 2 of us, 3 of us. Here, let me give you fresh water. Ow. Here. Let's see. Tired, annoyed, and a drink. Energy, lots of energy. Where's everybody? Wake up. I'm late. Usually I try to get on by like 7:30, but slow motion this morning. So, anyway, here at the future SF 2.0, it's coming along. A lot of hiccups, a lot of bumps, and it's a pain in the ass moving too much, and we gotta get rid of stuff over there. I don't know. Business is sucks. It's plain and simple. Honestly, I don't sugarcoat it. Hey V, checking on Howie down there. I don't know. I don't know why. Even our regular stuff, like foods, refills, and biochemsorb, and like basic supplies. Some of that stuff is not really on sale, because that's what we're going to continue carrying for the future. But there's a lot of stuff. People are so inconsiderate. No respect. Definitely lack common sense. I mean, older, more whatever, I get more anti-human. The people, you hear me all the time like a broken record. Facebook Marketplace is frickin' 50 to 75% of the people should be euthanized. They don't show up. Well, even like real estate. I was talking about that, I think Tuesday. My broker, waiting like 15, 20 minutes. The guy was never showed, and my broker's got to drive all over. He's got 350,000 miles on a Tesla in 2 years. It's a nice Tesla, but holy crap. Come on. You make an appointment, you be there. I was talking to somebody else about that business, and they're talking about the age. Like, older people show up. Younger people, just, they find something better to do, screw their doctor appointments, whatever it is, they just blow it off. I know, someone that follows me, probably Bob, he's a tattoo guy, he complains a lot. Makes these, you allot this time frame to do his craft, tattooing, whatever, and then makes these appointments, and then people don't show up. It's like, people are losing money when you do shit like that. It's like, whatever. I lose time. Time is money, especially as an owner. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't. And I wonder if the credit card thing, we talked about that, is because I'm not taking credit cards. And things are rough when people are spending is when they tend to use the credit card a lot more. They're just furloughing their bills or mounting them much more. I do it. I'm forced to use a credit card things are slow, so I'm like, all right, well, next month. And I pay my bills every month. I pay off my credit cards every month, but that's gonna become a challenge if things don't change, this economy or whatever. I don't know. And my prices, it can't be the prices. I'll see if this guy shows up. He says he wants all the frozen food. That's 60% off. There's mysis, krill cubes. There's probably like 30 packs of cubes. Mysis is one of them. Beef heart, krill, some other stuff, miscellaneous, and then there's probably 12 1-pounders of different stuff, krill and silver sides maybe. Tell them, come in, bring the cash, bring a big cooler. It's cheaper than wholesale. You're not going to get it anywhere cheaper. It's impossible. You can't even buy a wholesale for what I'm selling it for. I'm losing money. Literally losing money. So, it's, kind of depressing. So, let's see if he shows up. There's so many bullshitters. Well, I'll be there Wednesday. I'll be there Friday. I have free bulbs. They're old 6-foot fluorescent fixtures. I gave a free case away to someone I knew at a place in Cleveland that still uses those old 6-foot fluorescent T12 bulbs. And there's like 6 left in the back room over there, free. And those things were like $10-15 a piece or something. I hate throwing money away, but gotta get rid of stuff. I can't sit on it. I don't know. I'm tired. Definitely tired. I'm tired of paying bills, just like everybody else. And deal with the freaking utility companies. And I still don't have internet. Well, I have Wi-Fi, internet, which is on the Dojo side, Spectrum, which they lowered my bill a little bit more. So thank God. That big question, community fish, hardly any, and that's I could see as a problem. Cichlids are dead. It's amazing how I thought there might be an uptick because there's some people coming back, or they're coming back to cichlids. So I'm hoping there's like a rebound in the cichlid group. Africans, one of my specialty, whatever. But everybody's asking for community fish, neon tetras, whatever. So to answer your question, Bob, there's some small angels, assorted angels. There's like glow tetras, barbs. some really, really nice guppies. Cory cats, emerald green cories, which I lowered the price on those. And I think that's it. There's some colleges left. I got some tiger barbs here. I mean, there's South American stuff. There's some geos. Yeah. I have yellow labs over there. Oh, I just dropped the price of $4 a piece, basically wholesale. There's we just mixed some assorted peacocks. There's a couple red zebras in there. Malawians. $4 a piece. These things are no more 10, 12 bucks. So, get them. Well, I got them. I want to clear that tank out. We're emptying tanks. I have that group. I was going to keep them. The ventralis. I can't say the damn name. I have to look it back up. Starts with an L. Weird name. It's like 2 males, 4 females, and there was 1 or 2 females holding. $300 for that group. Cool fish. A 75 gallon. They bred in a 35 cube, but a 75 gallon or bigger would be ideal. I mean, right now, a 55 gallon. Heck, the 35 cube's working. But give them adequate space. I say a 75 gallon for that group, and if you put a couple other Tanganyikan stuff in there. Yep. So I'm working on a live plant order before I did the show, and it's just so confusing. They send an email, and there's usually a handful of specials, but then you go to do the order on the line, and it doesn't have the specials. They'll say special, but it's not what they send you in the email. So it's just so much stupid shit. It's just in time. It's like, well, now I gotta copy, paste, put in an email, say, here, I want these added to the regular order or whatever, because I take advantage of some, they put 5, 6 things on sale or something. So I'm working on a decent sized live plant order. I might put some over there, just here and there, but this 155 has been running, waiting for a live plant thing. I gotta switch the light out. So that's gotta be done in the next few days. I need to rework moving some of these fish around. I got severums, golds, orange shoulders. There's some hecali, geophagus, balls and eyes, small ones, chocolate cichlids. There's some grammies over there. Some blue opaline and some honey grammies. I think there's only a couple honey grammies left here, but there's probably like a half dozen over there. That's a nice community fish. The bigger grammies, sometimes they're okay, and sometimes you get one that's a pecker. So, I need to shuffle, move things around. I want to move some of those fish on that rack. That's mostly the South American cichlids. And I'm going to downsize the Africans more. I'm going to only have like 12 tanks for Africans and 12 tanks for other cichlids. And that whole side will just be basically community tetras and stuff like that. Rainbows, maybe, I don't know. Little stuff. Shrimp. There's still shrimp over there. There's 3 tanks, I think, of shrimp. Not much left. $5 each. It's half off. So there's some plants left. Not really. There's some little Nubius. $4 each. That's like regular $8 for those things. That's it. But we got a lot of tanks and dry goods. 35 cubes. Well, it looks like they sold one yesterday. So there's 25 available that are empty to go. Some 55s. There's 175. There's those flatback Hex custom acrylic tank setups. I still have the cylinder tank. Can't believe I still have that. That 110 that's been here since January. Over there since January. Cheaper than anybody. Nobody's buying. I get it. Everything's like, I just got Penn Station from Mylin and I last night. She worked, so I'm like, I don't cook. She wish I cooked, but I don't cook. I could grill, a man thing, I guess. Got Penn Station, freaking $26. Like, damn. For sub and fries, a medium fry, we split a fry. It's nuts. $11 a sandwich now. So I get it. I'm in the same boat as a lot of people, and yeah, I got more money right now going out than is coming in, which it can't go that route very much longer. Or drastic changes got to be made. My friend offered me a job, part-time job, if I need it. I'm like, I can't believe 34 years in business, although I did work 4 years part-time, just doing maintenance, and then in the evenings, weekends at the city. That's the last time I've had a job in 96 to 2000. I've been self-employed most of my life, I'd say. So that's not like working really for somebody. You're working for a friend. He needs help. He always needs help. He does construction, HVAC, whatever, repairs, and he's got a continuous work at a place, and he can't get help. That's consistent. And I turn him on to a client that needs work done in a nice, very nice, well-off area, Westlake, whatever. And I've told him he needs to get new decking for the stairs and the deck, and it has a slope for a wheelchair, and a pergola like in the front. The wood's all rotting, and he can't get people to return their call or show up. He needs a new sign in the front, and the original guy don't do it no more, and he gave him a referral, and the guy never called him back. He's called a couple times. I don't get it. What's going on? I mean, there's no more COVID bullshit. What are you rich, and you don't have to work or take any more jobs? Well, I'm just flabbergasted. I don't understand what's going on. Or everybody's working for Amazon for $20 an hour or something. Hell, I might have to go work for Amazon. Oh gosh. You end up part of the corporate world. I don't know. It's all crazy. Everything's crazy. So I want to be off grid. I went out of the system. Technology is getting scary to me. So anyway, so that's nothing new. Right now the hour is 11 to 5 today. Another thing sucks. OSU game today at noon. Worst time. Go Bucks. But that's a bad timing because that's right in the middle of the day. So hopefully the first hour we have some business, and then 4 to 5 rest of the business. We need a few good sales to save the week today. Would be desperately needed. Someone buy a big sale, but the whole thing is a big sale. I'm still not making money. I'm mostly anything there, but just getting money back in, so it could turn around and invest it in different inventory, like the plan order, which is not going to be a big one. It's going to be assorted. Hopefully, it appeases many people. I just need to generate some traffic. As far as this place, it's close. Let's go look. I just pitched my hand. Ouch. I still like to sell these guys, but no one seems interested. Hired people don't have big tanks anymore, hardly, or a pond. I like them to go to a new home. I have big dollars. I gotta do maintenance. I need to work in here. Still, there's a lot of work. I gotta get this clowner. I can't get the Wi-Fi to work on the credit card machines. I don't know. Every time you call, you talk to somebody in a foreign country. That's hard to understand. So I'm debating, but I gotta talk to somebody. I'm just technology inefficient. Yeah, V. That's Morning, Vaughn. Yeah, they're making money on YouTube and Twitch or all this other stuff. God, really? Yeah, I don't get it. Our future. I was listening to a guy. Someone sent me a um, video. Oh my God. There's another type of AI in the back burner. Talking about in the next 5, 10 years, there won't be any trucking. He was in Austin. Everywhere he went, there was 5, 7 autonomous, driverless taxis, and he was in one. That's scary shit. I mean, anybody knows me? I've been saying for years, movies become reality. Um, Enemy of State was the first one that I realized, holy crap, this has become reality with Will Smith and all the NSA and the spying and all the cameras everywhere. That movie was like 25, 30 years ago, and now there's cameras and spying everywhere. And, Skynet from Terminator, iRobot, all that stuff is becoming reality. Just imagine. I'd probably buy a robot. Elon's going to have these $25,000 robots follow you around. They can pick up stuff. It's like, man, I'm going to save my back. I'm like, here, move that buckets of gravel 100 yards that way. Put it here, please. So, yeah, it's going to be. And I was like telling, I have a couple kids, which is not enough to run the dojo, I'll tell you that. But, the grandmothers are there or whatever. And I'm like, these kids, you better be smart. Like Dylan's in electrical engineering and project management and get into the drones and all this stuff, military, whatever. I'm like, you're either going to be a tradesperson, uh, doing cement and electrical work or building these tech centers and all that stuff, driving whatever, or slinging a hammer or a saw, or you're going to be left behind. That's what this guy was basically saying. There's going to be two classes. The one that's way up there, and then the ones down there, they're just scavenging, whatever. The middle getting squeezed out. I don't know. Time will tell, but scary times, in my opinion. I have other YouTube channels. I have the one, Dave's Rants and More, that I never done anything with. It's like I need to start my own little thing, some kind of income. I've done this in the past, having my store. The maintenance used to keep the store alive, so it's kind of crazy. It's kind of stupid in reality, but if you're like a hobbyist by blood and you like what you do, you go above and beyond what's needed sometimes, or you sacrifice a lot. So there's so many times I should have not still be in retail, and I was working double just to pay the bills or pay somebody else to do work or whatever, and that's kind of dumb. That's ass backwards, asinine, but that's me. I just you just sometimes have your fingers crossed and hope it pays off, or you hope things turn around. And I'm in that cycle right now. Like this sucks right now. And I went by my house, which is a big warehouse type store, been around for a long time, worked for them. There was not one single vehicle in the parking lot, and I don't think it's been a while or a long time seeing even them that dead. So, and I've heard they're down. So anybody saying they're up, they're full of shit, in my opinion. In retail, bricks and mortar, I'm not sure about online sellers. I'm sure there's problems. I just was talking to somebody that had a problem shipping this morning, whatever, something. So with the shutdown and flights and all kinds. That's why shipping is a pain in the ass. Once you give it, like I always said, once it goes out the door, it's out of my control. Once you drop, I know how to pack and ship, but once you hand it off to that airline or that postal service or whatever, FedEx, whoever it is, it's out of your control how it is dealt with, Mother Nature or whatever it is, and it doesn't always end well, unfortunately. And then the costs are, keep going higher and higher. So I don't know. I think that's support your local mom and pop shops. If it's a little coffee shop, not a Starbucks, even Starbucks is hurting. My friend goes and buys every morning $8 coffee. I'm like, well, you got it, you can spend it. But even some people that have it complain, like, what the frick? It was bad coffee. I didn't spend $8. Then they want tips. He complains like, I didn't give him a fucking tip. It's like $8. I just paid $8 for a coffee. I'm not giving you a tip. Hey Vaughn, not 100% here. This is the old. Well, this is not the old store is the dojo right now. Let me switch this around. Well, hello. Wow, look at the bright lights. Hold on, let's switch this around. All right, this is what's going to be the store 2.0. It's one storefront, the small storefront. Oh, that's S2. We still have some fish, not much less. Some Africans, some Fritosas, medium, large stuff. There's some barbs and angels, some community fish. Not a whole lot left, but there's still some stuff over there. Trying to get rid of. We're trying to break down tanks and dry goods and just the tanks. All the, I hadn't sold the building yet, which is more bad than good. But good part is I still have time to get everything out of there. And before winter, I'm trying to get it empty as much as possible or get it to where it's not going to be too hard to move. Because once I sell the building, then I have 60 days. I get the damn building sold, it will give me a major relief. And I got honey-to-do projects and some other retirement plans. So I really love to get that building sold, like the next 30 days, basically. So this is the future store. Like here, this was going to be like mostly like Africans, which is now, other than the like Senedas catfish, there's upside down catfish. Like any of this actually is for sale. I can bag and bring it over. Or hell, I might have people come over today if it's not as messy in here as it has been. And I got male peacocks and haps downstairs. I got more small cichlids. But now I'm going to downsize the cichlids even more. So I'm thinking about just doing like Africans and South American, Central Americans just in these tanks. Of course, I will have more in the basement and the hatcheries down there. I got to still shuffle some things around. The 450, I got water in it just to help stabilize it, get it settled. I got to work on this filter. So this is basically ready to get up and going. I want to clean the front. That's going to be the 155 Boa's live plant tank. I'm going to get my first live plant order for here probably next week. Some of the plants might be at Broadview. This is what I've been working on this past week. Oh my gosh. See that anybody have any idea how I stopped this? The condensation, let me turn on that light. So these aluminum, I think it's aluminum framing like they use on commercial windows. These are all new windows, newer windows. It sweats. When I turn the heat up in here, especially in the winter, they get condensation and they drip. So it was all rotted. I had just stuff piled in here. just boxes and fish stuff and tanks. But I take everything out. It's all molded, rotted. It's bad. And morning, Jeff. Um, so I had to rip all that out, and I put all new wood in there, rebuilt it, and I have leftover flooring. So this is going to be where Poco is going to go, the parrot, right here or something. So this is going to be his spot, a little extra room here on this bench. So, yeah, but I got to figure out how to stop this water. I caulked it. It's probably still soft, but this thing has a fan, but not. I'm gonna have to keep a damn fan going. I had to do it at the other building. That's why there's always a fan on the doors in the winter over there. The old windows on that building froze and cracked. The ice is like 2 inch thick. They sweat so much. They're single pane with the metal. Now with the vinyl, it doesn't really do that. But the doors will freeze up. So I have to keep fans on them to keep them freezing. So this is a issue. I'm gonna have to try to figure out. You see all the moisture, and it will drip. And I put some Glidden lock, like waterproofing, like paint exterior on the wood. Caulked that in, then the flooring, caulked that in. So to try to keep wood from getting rotted underneath. But it's not even winter yet. So anybody has any ideas? I thought, well, I could plastic the windows. I'm going to get new wraps. That's the plan, getting a new wrap on the windows. I was trying to clean also yesterday. I had a guest from California. It looks like I could just wipe the dirt around. But these are someone carved in there. Stupid people in Cleveland. But I'm going to get new wrap in here. So this over there was the old store, which is the dojo. And then this middle dojo spot is filled with boxes of stuff. It's becoming a storage area. But yeah, I got to clean this up. There's a 75 gonna be for sale. There's a stand. There's some 10s. Actually, that's a 20 long up there. I'm gonna scrape all that. See, it gets all moist. I gotta scrape it and repaint that with that block gripper, right? Primer, sealer, whatever. So that's a problem. I gotta figure out what to do. So maybe a dehumidifier. You know what? I have one at the other building, so that will come over. I wonder if, man, that thing will run like crazy. I plug it in over here in the front. I forgot about that. I might have room right next to Poco's tank cage. That might work, but holy crap. Oh, the problem with that, the one at the shop now, I have a hose go right to the drain. Oh, I could drill a hole, run a hose down in the basement, run it down. That would be a lot of work. Just empty the tub, I guess. Yep, fans and a dehumidifier. So, because once this gets heated up in the winter, that's gonna be an issue. So, I got some rainbow. I think there's some rainbow cichlids over there. Definitely bushy nose. Green tares. There's a couple left. Medium Hecli. Oh, there's some Grammies, tree in here, and more angels. Blue upline Grammies, one down. Severums. Redhead Tapajos. Oh, 4 electric blue cars left over here. I don't know if there's any left over there. So I could bag and bring these up, or hell, I could have somebody come over. I need the sale. So some product, not everything here. Still have to go through I have boxes. There's so much stuff. This is going to be decoration up here. Substrates. There's boxes I still have to go through. So organizing. The food's pretty much set in place. I say make notes. Heaters up there. Um, water treatments, conditioners, filter media. And I'm knocking something over. Yeah, trying to figure out where to put what. And I got, look at tubs. There's tons, filter media. And this is not even all of it. I still got a bunch of stuff over there. So I've been trying to sell it, 30, 40, 50, 60% off on some stuff. It won't be that cheap over here. This is what I don't have. Whatever I have left of the out clears, that will be it. I still have some wasps. Not too many FX filters left. That'll be it once I sell out. Because I'm no longer dealing with Hagen. Unfortunately, they got into bed with the devil. TPS, that's going to be over there and inside there. I'm still trying to figure that out. That is a more likely future business than anything. I was going to try to get this whole store was going to be TPS, Tactical Prep, Survive, Gear, and Supply. Actually might be a better business to have than fish business. Sorry. I was just going to have some big display tanks and just a rack of tanks for just whatever my fish. And then everything was going to be like camping gear, survival gear, backpacks, and first aid kits and knives and stuff like that. So, yep. So, I'm working on it. So, which I gotta get going here. Howie, what are you doing? Quit licking on your paw. It drives me nuts. Lick too much. Crazy dog. How? Stop. So, I gotta get this cleared off. I got plants coming in middle of the week. I got the high-end, expensive light that was on the plant take over there. It's gotta go on here. Take the other light, put it on this one, the 450. So yeah, I was planning on putting the Bino Oscars, the Peacock Bass, and if the bi-level over there, that's another thing, the big display tanks. I have the 375 gallons still available, that cylinder tank, the bi-level, the 165 gallon. If it's not sold soon, the fish might be going in here. The chocolate cichlid, several of them, and whatever else, the plecos. And it's going to be mainly a South American tank. And them I want to get rid of and eventually use that as a grow out, that 340, putting like everything in there, like Africans, peacocks, haps, Fratosas, Severums, whatever. Put babies in there, grow them out, and get them up to 3-4 inches and get some colored males and some medium-sized cichlids, and then get them out and sell them, and then redo it again every like 4 to 6 months. So plans, but a lot of things. I just put that up the other day. That's for stuff. I'm going to bring the background rack will be here, and the Pleco Cave rack is going to be here. So that's going to fill this little spot. So yeah, lots of work. I mean, you guys, take a quick look down. Oh. I need to do wire change down here. I'm probably wanting to sell that group of Nangus. Some of those there's a couple older ones which are like wild, and then some of the other ones are F1s. They haven't bred in a little while. Not that I haven't seen no babies pop up. There's a huge pair of Regani in there. Never ever spawned. They're massive. But I like to do something different with that tank. So I want to look at that. Tanzania ACI is nice. Probably sell him. I need to clear these out. There's a Greberai. I need to clear that tank out. I need these for open tanks for stuff to sell. Like there's Lawandas and Moriais in there. Those are for sale. I got more yellow labs and sunshine peacocks in here. Nice electric blues. I got female or two in there with huge mouthfuls. Nagaras, Christiais. I'm gonna redo this tank. I re-level it. There's a couple bigger Christiai, big yellow lab. OB convicts. I don't need all those. I'm gonna sell some of those. More green cories. Oh, I got 6 baby. 1, 2, actually 7. 7 Zaire Kapampas. They're about a ½ inch, 3/4 inch, maybe. Those will be up for sale. I'd rather sell them as a group. Tumas are hiding, of course. There's some more odds and ends for Tosas. Mazwas, I think. Female, blue lips, Williams eyes. Lost the male. I got a bunch of those they're building. The neon ones. But big Samazis. There's a couple Samazis over there. There's some Rhodesii, Chilotilipia Rhodesii, hat type. You don't see those anymore, hardly. Sold some the other day. And Borlei, the Kadangos. So those are for sale. Those are all like $10 each. Mazwas. I don't know if we got any more babies over there, but there's a lot in the tank. I got more. I gotta go through this tank. This needs the MOBAs. This male has been beating the crap. I gotta do a good cleaning on there, clean the filter. See, a lot of time. So I gotta do maintenance here while trying to work on the storefront. Kagoma's up the wazoo. This is the F1 breeding group. Babies all over. ½ inch to 2.5 inch. Oh, there's some Xerox down there, and what were supposed to be medium yellow labs, probably about 2 inch, 2 1/4. This future breeders, Moriais and Widows. The F1 Samazis. There's a couple babies in here. They spawned, I didn't even know. Oh, right there's one, so damn cute. Love the Samazis. Kagomas, a breeding group, F2s. Oh, there's a female, a big mouthful there. I don't even like pull them anymore. We do have, I just marked them down, $10 each, 1.5 plus at the building. There's probably 6 or 8 in a tank at Broadview. But I'm willing to sell this breeding colony. Use that tank for something else. Geart's Eye. Dex Chromosid Jennies. This tank needs a more change. There's some starting to color up. Males right there's a male. I hope it's heavy females. And then the red Fertosas raising up for breeding. Nagara Flametails and young Christiais. Thank you. Sunshine Peacocks. Look at the color in that fish. And Lawanda Peacocks and Electric Blues. That one's getting beat up. They've been breeding. There's a female Electric Blue with a big mouthful. Then the babies. I think that's a semi-large Mazwa I raised up in there. Moriais, Lawandas, babies, this and that. More baby Burundi Fertosas. So, yep, so I'm going to free up some tanks for more fish down here. Mostly holding the cichlids, I guess. These is what I want to put in the 450. The albino Oscars and the Cabaret bass. The Zaire Kapampas, F1s, they got babies in here. Where are they at? There's some bigger babies and little babies. Another baby just went through there. I gotta do this tank. This stuff, and somebody here from California yesterday. This red algae, like coralline algae, is a freaking nightmare. It's like cement. It takes over certain tanks like crazy. I actually have it in some maintenance counts now. The Zaire Katumbas haven't spawned. I don't know why those guys are so complicated on spawning. Then the whatever. Pindus, and Burundi Fratosas, not my Burundis. Maz was in there, male, female. He's killed the other three. Oh, these F1 Reganais, they're skittish. I'm gonna have to get them in a bigger tank. I like to breed those, never bred those. Beautiful Central American. The huge Nangus, monsters, monster Nangu. He's huge. Look at the fins on that guy. This tank's stocked. I'd probably put him that 205. The older ones are in, or some of them, I don't know. He almost needs a 240. The try just took a female out that was beat up. Probably gonna die. They're big. Platinum cons. My old Grimmodes. Females looking good. There's still a couple babies in here. I pulled some of the babies. Chocolate Cichlets, a breeding pair. They were spawning in a maintenance count at a daycare. They haven't spawned here though. But odds and ends, Rubescent, Geert's Eye, another Point Jake for Burgai. Still have some Shelleys, odds and ends, fronts, Hinits, Congos. Beautiful little Nagara Flametails, the Lawanda, the Rubescent. That big Lawanda is going to be for sale, but I have enough. Another red. Big Mapanga red. Look how on fire that fish is. Beautiful little red peacock. Morning, Christina. Walter Eye. Bino. Look at that color. Looks like he's painted. The red passion. That needs maintenance. I gotta do a lot of water changes. B3, a beast as usual. Rips all cat is definitely getting bigger in this tank. They got more room to swim. Odds and ends, a little male slow sign. Morabee convicts. Look at that Lawala Reef ACI male, it's nice. And I was talking to someone yesterday that was in how it's getting scary that we're seeing less and less of natural cichlids. People keep crossbreeding, hybridizing so many things, especially Africans like peacocks. They're making everything OB, and then they're selling it for like ridiculous amount of money. That's stupid. Uh-oh. Why is my thing having... Alright. Well, this needs a water change. I took these fish in from a customer. Big, huge Morii. Pseudospilum, I guess. Nice Severum. Red spot Severum. And a Fuscataniatus Nimbochromis. He's for sale. Somebody wants him. These other ones, the Severums might go in that tank I'm doing, that 350 custom tank. This needs a big water change. The Rostratus, breeding pair of Mallory with no babies yet. Odds and ends. I gotta get this stupid lid fill in. Our day. Never ending. Guppies and albino marble sailfin. There's a regular one in there somewhere. So yeah. I don't know. Cut back on some things. Focus breeding on some others. Cute little last longfin Oscar we had albino I pulled. Look at that little slow slide male changing already. These are supposedly F1s, so those are future breeding. Oh well, look at that. He got killed. And that was an aggressive fish. That was the last of the. I dove there. Kawanga Gold. It had to be this guy probably or him. Autoceps male. Albino with shard eyes. They've spawned a couple times, but I haven't seen babies lately. I don't know what's going on. These guys got new babies. Don't see these much. Cygnus, F1 Mallory, Gracilis, Buffalo Heads, Temporalis. Those are young ones. I'll probably sell like a pair. Tenatis. Some of the stuff we don't even see anymore. Look at that. Melande Sulphur Head Peacock. Isn't he pretty? Yeah, we're downstairs in the hatchery one, H1. This is a mess. I don't even have the lights on down there, but I still never rebuilt the racks. I don't feel like doing it, honestly. So, um, yes, tons of work, too much work. Get too old for this. Eating machines. Those will be ready. They'll love that 450. They'll get big fast in there. So these guys. So this is H2. Store is gonna be above here in the small storefront. So I need to do maintenance. I need to work on the store up here, but I'll have to probably split my time. I gotta run to the shop here in a little bit. So this is the future store. It's getting there slowly. I gotta rearrange fish, get some of the stuff moved out, put downstairs. I gotta really move around a lot of fish, make room for different stuff, and get community fish in. Work on the dry goods, decor shelf. Howie hard at work as usual. So I don't know. Maybe another week, 2 weeks. There's a couple hiccups. Um, the RTA sign was supposed to be moved. It's not moved. I'm gonna have to call the lawyer again. So that's a parking issue I don't want to deal with. So that's gotta be addressed. And then trying to get the credit card machine over here. The register from over there is gonna come over here. This will be the counter. I'm gonna put the cooler there for the pops and stuff. It's gonna go right there. So this is the bagging table, which is much smaller. We'll have one bagging table for this little shop. Um, so yeah, a lot to it. I still have to organize through all this stuff, supplies, and yeah, I love that little albino longfin veil, Oscar. Yeah, no credit card machine. I could run it over there, but I just realized something. I can't get it to go on. I think there's one at Convenient, just like over there is one over there at that deli. Um, I have no room for one. I wouldn't want one. People always say, why don't you get it? I'm like, nah. Then someone will drive through with a truck, steal it. The Lunkins are friendly. Yeah. Um, they get picked on more because they're a little slower, I think. So yeah, I gotta figure out how to get it over here working, the service. So if it's gotta be plugged directly to a modem, that might be a problem. Ha! Oscars are like having a dog. Literally. They're like a lot of personality, but they're eating pooping machines. And um, I always said one Oscar needs like 50 gallons, maybe 75 gallons ideally, but one Oscar, 50 gallons of water per Oscar is, I'd say, minimum. Over filter, big FX filters, whatever. They like water changes and a varied diet. Yeah, then they don't get all chewed up and fins get all frayed up, the long fins. Which I probably got that batch in. Those sold pretty well. I tried like getting them like 3 times before I got that one order in. Um, they're not available often. The long fins, common ones, yes, yes. Oscars are good eaters. They eat a lot. They can eat a lot, and they can be picky and moody. Um, so anyway, yeah. So that's a hiccup. Getting the RTA to move the bus stop out of the front. Good morning, Terry. Um, oh, the Longfins are rare. Well, I usually get it sorted, and Usually there's red tigers, and albino tiger, or maybe albino reds. Let's see. Um, but yeah. So that and the credit card processing thing, which is a problem with a lot of people not wanting to buy stuff, I guess, from us. We don't have a credit card. With credit card, the banking industry is so crooked. I mean, I use it. I'm guilty as anybody else, but man, it's a system and all this other stuff that's what they want to do. Huh. Um, we're entrapped into the system. And there was something came up about like buying a $5 coffee with a credit card. God, what was that? I forgot. It gets so much with social media. There's so much news and so much information and so many videos and so many messages and people sending stuff. Well, that's like I could run it. The internet, the modem, everything is over there in the dojo side, which used to be the store. I'm not getting another service here. Um, or use Square on your phone. Yeah, I might have to look at a different avenue. I'm gonna call my rep quit after like 15 years with Huntington. That handled he might go on his own. I don't know. I need to call. He was a great guy, Elliot. See if he could help me. I've already went through talking to foreigners, trying to get it on Wi-Fi, and then I just bring it over here. But I realize I have it plugged directly to a modem. So if it still has to be hardline into a modem plus the phone line, that's going to be a problem. So if Square's through PayPal, I don't want anything to do with it. I don't like PayPal. I'm not a fan at all. And I'm not into all that Zelle and all that bullshit. For for people as the buyer, you have no recourse. Well, there's no recourse, I don't think, either way on that stuff. Those money, cash app things, whatever. Your credit card is actually the safest to run a transaction. Although it costs us as a retailer more money. But it's safer because you're only federally responsible up to $50 for fraudulent charges. And what you most I don't even pay that. So the other ways, debit cards, there's no hardly any security um, insurance on those. Yeah, it's like there's one that popped up like what it cost to buy that $5 coffee with a credit card. Like there was a breakdown, and I read the headline, the first thing when it popped up. I don't know if I saved it or not, and I wanted to read it because I want to see what that coffee ended up costing. Yeah, yeah. I don't trust 95% of the human race. Um, and being in business at my age, I'm like I don't trust hardly anybody. I've been burned too many times. Um, yeah, it leaves a bad mark. You get locked. I don't even use a debit card. I don't even know how to use ATM. I've never used an ATM in my life. I refuse it. That's smart. Spend what you can afford to lose. Yeah, we have creatures of bad habits. I've known people in this getting this hobby and bankrupt twice because of it. And one guy, he would spend $700 on fish on a credit card in 1 week. Crazy. And then start all over again. Really? That's crazy. The cards. Yeah, you gotta watch. I never really check. I've luckily, knock on wood, uh,
Yeah, we get addicted to our hobbies. People get addicted to shoes, cars. It's good to have hobbies. It's good to have things that we enjoy to do, um, and we're passionate about. But it can go like anything can go overboard. Oh, the veterinarian business, and I know someone that can even get a vet and pay them 90 to 120,000, and they don't last. They quit. They move or something, and it's like crazy. I need to get a 3 year inoculation on rabies inoculation for Howie, so I got to call around. Yeah, I'm like that. I bought a lot of things. Now I sometimes regret. I'm like, I shouldn't have bought that. Why did I buy that? And it was spur of the moment or the heat of the moment or whatever, impulse um, on things. I mean, I've definitely gone overboard in the fish. I made it my livelihood, 34 years ago. When I started working in business, 1985 ish. So, um, I mean, I turned my hobby into my livelihood. So I can't knock it totally, but I could have made some better decisions over the years. Um, Holy crap! But I gotta get going. Holy, an hour show. How do I talk so much? Um, my elbows hurt. I didn't take a lead this morning. Target. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the commercials on like Facebook. You watch the little quick videos. Now there's a commercial on those, all of them. So like, is there more? And you're like waiting, and you can't like skip it. That's becoming very annoying. Oh my gosh! And then the podcasters, YouTubers, big ones. I feel your pain. Like my trip from South America, I lost like $3,000-4,000 before I even opened the boxes. They were dead, and there's no recourse. Yeah, that was a hard learning lesson, and first bringing like wild stuff in. Yeah, I've lost stupid money. You think about it, it's like, oh my gosh, what could I have bought? I could have bought more land. I could have bought more guns. I could have bought other things. It's like I could have gone on a cruise, the family. What? I hate. I think thieves and scammers should get the death penalty. I'm a big death penalty believer. Eye for an eye. String them up like a panada. Beat the shit out of them. I don't value all human life. That's me. And he won. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got scammed on buying some ammo. Actually, a friend, quite a friend, turned me on last Christmas, and he's still in business. Oh man, I'd make a YouTube channel just on that one. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I never. The ammo was like 50% off. I was like, I had to buy some. And after I sent it, I felt like this is too it's SIG ammo. I'm like, look like a SIG sight or whatever. And I'm like, this is too good to be true. Wow, that's dirty. I help people sleep at night. I can't could not be a scammer. I mean, I've done stupid shit in my early years. Never. I'm not perfect, but by any means, I don't think anybody is. But I don't know. I have a conscience. I don't want people to do me wrong, and I don't want to do people wrong. You know, I believe in karma. But that ammo deal, and I looked, and then when I looked at the PayPal, 180 something dollars, it was some Asian guy's name in Australia. I'm like, oh no. I knew right there and then I was taken. I'm like, this is a scam. And I freaking went off on PayPal. It took weeks to get it reversed. Yes, we all should be happy. Not always gonna be happy. I'm a realist, so I sometimes consider negative. My sister went off on me. I got to take my brother to like 8 9 hours of all these appointments. You need a double lung transplant. What a nightmare! And then she starts her freaking for breast cancer. Um, I don't know, the next week. It's family kind of crazy. Australia, I've had problems. Yeah, stay away from overseas stuff. Um, I smoke a bunch of weed. Okay. Uh, More power to you. That's you're gonna be like my brother need double lung transplant, and that's one of the worst uh, transplants to get. I mean, he can barely do anything. He can't breathe. He smoked since he was like probably 7 10 years old. Need to chill. Yeah, I don't know. Oh no. Well, my sister is the like executor caretaker, um, and they're gonna move in with my mom, which is 84. He's got to have someone to take care of him, so she's gonna have to take off work. And she just told me yesterday the Family Leave Act doesn't work because it's our brother. If it was your husband or your parents or your kids, you can have family medical leave act. I don't know. I told her someone told me she can get actually paid because she only has so much sick time and vacation time, and that's it. And they're talking like 8 weeks, 12 weeks, or something crazy. So, um, yeah, and she's with his social worker, there's all this stuff. He's a veteran. The VA doesn't do it, so the Cleveland Clinic is the main one in the world that does this. June has iron lungs. Yeah, good luck at that. Um, yeah, I said I got double deuce trouble. My dad's side of the family, heart disease. My grandfather died in his sleep, a heart attack. My dad had a heart attack. That's what someone told me. I told my sister. She said she'll have to look into that because they can't. If she's taking care of, well, there's one side she could say, well, she's taking care of my mom, so she could take care of my brother, whatever. So there's ways around it, but if she uses up all whatever she has, and now she's got breast cancer, caught it early. She starts her not chemo. What's the other one? Um, Starts with R. She has to take those pills. Wow. I've never donated blood. I'm not an organ donor. I plan on coming back. A second life. I'm going to haunt people. So, forewarn. The people that did screw me, you're dead. Radiation. Yes. And she's got to take those pills or something. I don't know. They have all these crazy side effects. Oh, really? I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask. Someone mentioned to me like a while ago that my sister, she was in the nursing home health care for like 30 years, and she could apply and get like some benefits to take care of um, him or something, which would be great. I mean, something better than nothing. I mean, she's got a home and 5 grandkids and whatever. So. Um, Yeah, so it's a lot, and now I'm in the mix when I can. She can't go to that, so I have to take him to the, and he can't go from floor to floor or whatever, building to building. Well, yeah. Um, so now I get to take him in a couple Mondays. Next Monday, not this next Monday, the following Monday. So I have to cancel my maintenance. I have to reschedule that. I have the karate kids come in later, like 5:15. I'm hoping to be back by 4:15, 4:30 the latest. And then it's east side of here and traffic and all that crap. You don't get anything to care for your hubby. Wow. I don't know. My thing is, we are our own demise. Our lifestyle. Getting off fish topics here. Why does my eye feel goofy? Allergies or something? I don't know. I'm just tired. Um, our life choices, how we live. Yeah, we're. Now I have family that's definitely they're on the system. There's no way, and they're not much older than me, or 50s in bad condition. My brother's 10 years older than me, so he's 66. But I mean, he smoked, drank, partied most of his life. Was in the Navy for 5 years, whatever. Fish is relaxing, other than the electric bill and utility bills for him. On a mass scale like mine, $2,000 a month. It's ridiculous. Um, so, but now that burden ends up on your family down the road because of your bad choices in life, lifestyle, whatever. So, I'm glad my kids are not drinking, they don't smoke, whatever, because that puts a burden on us as parents or grandparents or whatever. Oh yeah, and the bills just keep going up. My sister's complaining about heat. She lives by herself, basically, in a nice home, kind of a bigger home, but she has 5 grandkids, so they stay over on weekends a lot of times. But how her heating bill, she don't even have the heat on, and it's 180 something dollars. She can pay up to 1,800 a month. She can get paid. Everything has a cost. Yep. And so our younger generation needs to know what what you can cause um, your loved ones down the road with their choices. So, yep. So try to be as healthy as can be because there's not enough money in Medicaid, Medicare, and all that stuff. Saving too much money now, I don't think that's a bad thing. That sucks with my building not sold over there. God, I gotta go. Because I figured roughly right now it's gonna cost me about $700 a month to sit empty. That sucks. $700 a month. Because you can't turn the heat off. Not in the winter. Um, the pipes will freeze. All that stuff here it gets bad. So just electric, taxes, and insurance is a killer. Jeez. Squatter, basically. There's a lot that happens. All right, I gotta go. Thanks for hanging out. I know we get a little off topic, talk about life, stuff like that in general. Sometimes it's good to hear other people. Um, have a good weekend. It's nice, 70s during the day. Cold as suck. I'm a sucker. Yeah, I've been that way. So I've gotten, I guess you'd say, jaded. Back to the trust thing, and I don't donate. I've helped like a homeless couple one time, took advantage of me, freaking ran up the bills and clogged drains, just stupid shit. It's like, you know what? That last one I had a you too. Um, it's like forget it. You just take care of your own. First, foremost. That's like take care of America first. All right. Y'all take care. Have a good weekend. Rather be a sucker? Personal choice. Me? I'd be jaded. At least I'm honest. So I got my own family to take care of. So all right. Y'all take care. Have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out. I'm out. Bye.